I will not argue with you. Don't bother emailing me. If you're angry, if you don't understand, I'm sorry, but I find that, as a radical thinker, a 14th dimensional consciousness, and bringer of new light to this planet, I am tired of arguing with people whose view of life is challenged by what we say, and who feel they have to attack the one who has delivered a message they find opposes their views. Such as the fellow who emailed me the other day. He was angry and sent me an email asking what was the matter with Ivo that he gave such a dire message in our book, which I might add has come true already in just 2020 alone. But he's not the only one, not by any stretch of the imagination. He's just the most recent example. Oh yeah, and he's blocked too. Why are you so controlling? That's what you need to ask yourself. Why is it that everyone you deal with has to be on the same page as you? Why do you expect everyone else to conform to your view of things? Why do you have such extreme reactions to something that differs from your view of life? You see how long I'm affected by things like this. I'm always deeply affected in my interactions with others. I have always wished that I didn't care, but I can't stop it. Detachment is next to impossible for me. I don't get over anything easily, so I choose to reduce the amount of tension, stress, and chaos in my life by avoiding it. Arguing is rejection. And I'm fed up of being rejected. It's also stealing someone else's energy. I've just given up my entire family here on Earth. Ghosted all of them. So many of you think that when someone says something that doesn't agree with your view of things, that they are attacking your self-esteem. No, they're not calling you stupid. They're not saying you're wrong. Maybe you're the one doing that to yourself and you don't even realize it. Really, if people practiced self-governance, they would understand they're the only ones who can decide when they're wrong. If you think my channels are going to always say something that agrees with your viewpoint, guess again. Arguing is 3D. If you can't have a conversation with me that is not angry, or will erupt in anger later when you get frustrated that you can't control what we have to say or how we think, that you can't change my mind, then I don't want to speak to you. It's that simple. I don't like arguing and I avoid arguers. I avoid as much as possible those who believe in the power over others system. Don't wonder why I don't allow comments on my videos. There are many lovely people who follow me who practice emotional mastery, and then there are many who still see others as separate, and attack them out of their own insecurity. Then there are just the usual bunch of trolls and shills. And that is why comments are shut off. Because of this, I have to control this aspect of video production, and even without the nice comments I miss receiving, I think it lends itself to a more productive atmosphere when people are not fighting and attacking each other in the comments section. As for those who practice the need to attack, you need to go back through our videos. Why? Because in them they will tell you that galactic humans are beings of love, and are incapable of attacking others, hating others, and trying to control them. This is reptilian behavior, and you're doing it because as an Earthling, you are humanoid, a hybrid with reptilian DNA, and your mind controlled into allowing that DNA to predominate. I don't deal with mind-controlled people. You have to raise your frequency to step away from the reptilian earthly personality and step into your human soul. Allow your DNA to crystallize as you ascend higher. The other fact about the need to attack, especially for light workers, is that you took on the karma of your family lines. You didn't come from a physical life in higher dimensions as this person who has bad moods, who may be critical, given to meltdowns, jealous, gossipy, or whatever particular negative character traits you find you have. You were downloaded, taught, these traits by your parents and you developed them under mind control. Yes, your earthly siblings carry their own karma, but you don't accept for any undealt with business you bring with you from Vega, the Pleiades, Sirius, or wherever you come from. You don't have the negativity level you believe you do because, emphasis, you were taught by your parents to be negative. Your negativity is, emphasis, learned behavior, and they taught you. They programmed you to be like them. To have their perceived faults. So that way you are now tasked with clearing up their karma because they're not strong enough to do it. Don't blame your parents and don't be mad at them, you came to Earth and volunteered to do this. Go back to Ivo's video about what the light worker is. I'll link it below. Believe me, your last lifetime was a lifetime of balance, love, happiness, caring for others, doing service, and enjoying your high light quotient. Do you think that God would allow a bunch of flawed beings with reptilian tendencies to come to Earth to fix the place, unless they took these qualities on after their birth for the sake of transcending them? And that's in caps as well. That's why you have to do your inner work, to rid yourself of these reptilian qualities and to change not only your DNA and the DNA of your bloodline, but to clear out the negativity of the collective unconscious. You came in with a plan of healing the collective via yourself. How could you have done this when bringing in a load of baggage from past lives? You've already resolved many of your issues and you did this before you were born here. You have a plan, and your higher self and guides work at keeping you on that path and not letting you stray from it. As for the empaths and indigos, you have the additional challenge of being highly affected by negative energies around you, free-floating energies which you pick up on when someone leaves them behind. You are also tasked with transmuting negative energies from anyone you might meet, whether you're close to them or not. Many empaths isolate in order to protect their energy and soothe their mood. They ground, cut cords and generally practice good energetic maintenance in order that their lives can be lived in a reasonable fashion. It's also pertinent to do these things in order to get an idea of who you really are so you can sense your own energy. Strangely, for many empaths, they go through life sensing everyone else's energy but their own. That's another reason people seek me out when they're angry, to get me to take on their pain and release them of it. I'm not that accommodating. Deal with your own issues. It's good for you. So stop arguing and ask yourself, I don't agree with what he's saying. How can I learn to accept that we are not agreed on these issues? Every time I hear the critic talking, I know it's a tape of my mother, who was highly critical. I have used being critical to my advantage as well on Earth because that's why I can see a lot of the baloney that goes on here, because I don't automatically trust. I check it out first. I think about it and I may let it go until the answer is given to me. But the critic can get out of hand and just criticize anyone, and I know it's my mother's voice. And it tells me something about my level of fear at the time I hear it. Fortunately, I don't hear it so much anymore. Where is your sense of personal responsibility? Where is your commitment to the light? When you attack others through argument, you are trying to steal their energy, you are trying to get them to create lush to feed those who create the problems on this planet. You are giving in to the dark ones, so technically that makes you a dark worker at that moment in time. How you charge your energy is very important. You are not independently capable of negative thought and negative behavior. You need help. Help came in the form of mind control, demonic attachments, seals, tags and implants. These shut out your soul and your light. When will you embrace this as your truth and stop attacking people who are putting out messages to help you? Our book, What You Need to Know Now, is a book of forewarning and it turned out to be true. Are they not trying to divide the United States between the two political parties, between the dark and the light? Can't you see this is what's going on now? And who says their attack on the American people is over with? Maybe there is more to come. Did you ever consider that? I will be frank with you. I'm very tired of dealing with people who are closed-hearted, egotistical, and mind-controlled. I'm sorry for you. Keep on working at relieving yourself of your ego. Our videos can help you. Everywhere I go, people argue with me because I'm different. I always have been. They try to control me. This is the power over others system at work in them. I am not here to have power over others. You can do what you like with our videos, listen to them or not. I am here to empower myself. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you want to stay in the low frequency system, go ahead. It's your soul's choice, not mine. However, I have to protect myself from constantly being verbally assaulted by people who are trying to control me. And don't think the dark ones aren't trying to use you to do that, because they are. If you don't see it, I certainly do. At those times you are being used as a minion of the matrix system to lower the frequency of people like me who have risen above it. And I won't let you. I'm already worn down. I don't need more stress. Thank you for your indulgence.